The beautiful skyline of Seattle, Washington speaks to the host city for tonight's Pac-10 contest of two of the fastest teams in the Pacific 10 Conference. Arizona on a 4-game road swing, the 8th ranked team in the country. Now the #1 scoring team in the nation. Tonight, it's the Wildcats facing the Washington Huskies. Hello again, everybody. I'm Dave Sitton, along with former Arizona All-American and NBA player Bob Elliott. We're at the Bank of America Arena at Heck Edmondson Pavilion, and Bob, appropriately named tonight because most people in Washington remember Heck Edmondson was a great basketball man, but also an outstanding track and field man. I'm sure he's smiling tonight as these track and field stars and basketballs get ready to play tonight.
He's going to love it, Dave, because track is the operative word. These teams could go to the point where the first team to 90 may win the game. They're #1 and 2 in the Pac-10 in scoring. So look for a fast-paced game, up-tempo, and if you like fast breaks and dunks, you really like fast breaks and dunks, stay tuned. You got a good game coming.
Well, Bob, on the subject of fast break, let's go to fast track. Ivan Radenovich showed up on the Arizona campus in December and has already shown he's a power player in the Pacific 10 Conference.
Dave, what's remarkable about this young man's development is the fact that he did not go through fall conditioning with the team. He did not go through the preseason preparation in October and November. But yet he shows up on campus mid-December, a career-high 19 against Oregon on Sunday, and look at the rebounding. 23 offensive rebounds. He's very active on offensive glass and shoots about 90% from the free throw line.
Bob, this Husky team coming to tonight, there were great expectations for it for this season. They've had a rough start, but after that comeback at Oregon State, this team is playing differently, and so are the 3 outstanding guards that'll be starting for Lorenzo Romar tonight.
Well, Lorenzo loves to go with the perimeter set. You see Conroy, Robinson, and Roy, all of them averaging about the same amount, which causes a problem for opposition because you don't know who to concentrate on. But I'll tell you this much, you better concentrate on that little fella in the middle, Nate Robinson. They call him Nate the Great up here in Husky land, and as a big guy, he irritates me. Because what he loves to do, besides shoot the 3, which you'd expect from a guy 5'9", he likes to take it to the hole. And as a big guy, you don't want the 5'9" guys coming at you like that. But Nate the Great is their emotional leader, and he's the guy that they're going to need to win tonight.
Well, stick around wherever you are tonight. We've got a great Pac-10 matchup coming your way. And regardless if your team, your favorite team, operates along Interstate 5 or Interstate 10, the freeways are open tonight. The Cats and the Huskies will fill up the hole often tonight. We'll be back with our tip after this. Space Needle has been open for many decades, but not as many as this building. The Bank of America Arena at Heck Edmondson Pavilion opened in 1927. And it's always been difficult for the Arizona Wildcats, regardless of their ranking, to come in and to play here at Heck Edmondson. Tonight, the Arizona Wildcats, ranked 9th this week, will start in the front court. Hassan Adams, Channing Frye, and Andre Iguodala. In the back court, the freshman Mustafa Shakur and Salim Stoudemire. Lute Olson, Hall of Fame coach, winningest coach in the history of the University of Arizona basketball program, which, by the way, celebrates its 100th anniversary this year. And across from him tonight will be the Washington Huskies, who will begin the game like this. Bobby Jones and Mike Jensen in the front court, and then in the back court, the 3 men we discussed a moment ago, Nate the Great Robinson, Will Conroy, and Brandon Roy. Lorenzo Romar has got this team playing at a more fevered pitch. It all started down in Corvallis. They trailed by a long run against Oregon State, made that comeback, scoring with their final 25 of 26 possessions in that game. Let's go to tonight's game plan. It's presented by Budget Car and Truck Sales. Mr. Elliott.
Dave, the guy that's going to have the biggest barrier in this game is the smallest guy on the floor. 5'9", Nate Robinson. He's the guy that's going to get it done from both sides. Arizona's watching. Washington needs him. All 40 minutes, both these teams seem to have a habit of getting in spurts. You need to play consistently for all 40 minutes. Last but not least, you're the #1 and 2 scoring teams in the league. They're also 1 and 2 in offensive rebounds. Defensive glass is going to be critical for success in tonight's evening.
Well, we mentioned Arizona's difficulties of playing here at Heck Edmondson Pavilion. Now, the Pac-10 champions last year struggled in this building. As a matter of fact, Washington took Arizona to overtime.
And it was a game, and again, 5'9", Nate Robinson. You see how he fires this team up. That's when he was a youngster as a freshman. Now he's back to sophomore. Nate with a critical jumper there to keep Washington in the game. But in the end, despite Nate popping his collar, Salim Stoudemire from 3, Arizona wins by 3 in overtime. And
Salim Stoudemire, by the way, hit 9 of 13 field goals last year here and finished with 25 points, leading Arizona. All right, we're ready to go. It's purple, it's loud, and we're underway. The Huskies take the first possession.
Washington controls the tap. Arizona man-to-man defense, and right away, Roy taking it strong. With a great follow by Jensen. Keep your eye on Jensen. Now, that's a matchup he and Channing Frye we're going to watch throughout this evening. The two big guys for both clubs need to deliver.
Only one senior starting in this game tonight. Mike Jensen, just a sophomore out of Covington, Washington. And the ball is going to go the other way. The Huskies have won back-to-back Pac-10 games for the first time since the 2001-2002 season. And here they are tonight. Robinson with his first three-point shot. He drains it. It's 5-0 Washington. And you might recall last year, Bob, Arizona did not score a field goal for the first 4 minutes.
The perimeter game for Washington taking over already. The first bucket, a miss on the shot, but a follow-up. Hassan Adams with the reverse. He uses the rim extremely well to go to the opposite side. That time you saw it by Hassan Adams.
Conroy working the wood. Back down they go.
Double dribble.
Yep.
I thought it took a little while to call that. When he first got the ball in the post, he put it down with his right hand. But earlier, you saw the tip dunk by Mike Jensen. Roy takes it up strong, and watch left side of your screen. Jensen come up, follow it, flush it, go to the other end to play defense.
Shakur and working to Stoudemire. His first tip picked up right where we left off last year.
Two good signs for both clubs. Robinson hits his first shot. Salim with the step back move hits his first three also.
Well, 10 points so far, a minute and a half into the game. And as we mentioned, the number 1 and number 2 scoring offenses in the Pacific 10 Conference, and the Huskies turn it over for the first time. Brandon Roy's pass made it out of bounds. Team's been playing for a while now. 52nd meeting, the Wildcats lead all-time 26-15. Arizona has an 8-game winning streak against Washington, the most of any Pac-10 club.
Good strong move by Channing Frye down low. Nice pass by Andre Iguodala.
Channing Frye liked this building last year as well. While Stoudemire scored 25, Frye scored 24. And Nate Robinson had 19 for Washington.
Ooh.
Nice entry by Robinson. Doesn't get it to fall. And Shakur controls the basketball for Arizona. The freshman wheels it out to Adams. Hassan hits it, and Arizona takes the 9-5 advantage.
The confidence factor on Hassan Adams' jump shot is at an all-time high. Every time he rises up, you can tell he feels it's going in the hole.
Arizona trailed 5-0, Bob. The Wildcats have come back with a 9-0 run, and they have a chance to extend it. Frye with the rebound.
A bucket here is going to cause Lorenzo Romar to have to call a timeout. He won't have the luxury of waiting for the first TV timeout.
Adams.
Nice pass.
Iguodala and the ball out of bounds to Arizona. Bob, in that 9-0 run, Arizona has yet to miss a field goal tonight.
Well, that helps. You know, if you're taking them and knocking them down, it's going to make that ledger just keep ticking.
And a foul. And the foul's on Bobby Jones. Bobby out of Compton, California. Went to Long Beach Poly High School in Southern California. 6'6" sophomore.
Arizona had to go to Frye to release the ball in. The pick and roll.
Iguodala goes inside, looking for Adams. Ball off of the Huskies, out of bounds again to Arizona. They will not get the new clock, however. 28 seconds on the shot clock.
Let's see. Looks like a good call by the official.
And you would have let him know if it wasn't. Iguodala over to Stoudemire. From a long three, Arizona's first miss of the night, and the Huskies are going to control the basketball and get it right back. Does Arizona? Shakur gets picked.
A little too much over dribbling.
A little bit of hot potato out there right now. Nobody wanted it for that sequence. Huskies will slow it down again. Quickly, that shot by Conway. Three-pointer doesn't fall. And Shakur. And Robinson tangling a little bit. And Iguodala misses the dunk, but he's fouled.
Arizona loves to play fast break basketball, just like Washington. Watch Shakur look to his left and dish it to his right. Finding Andre Iguodala. Goes up strong. Look to the left. I'm going to slide it to the right.
So Andre Iguodala having quite a sophomore season. Mr. Double-doubles for Arizona, makes the first free throw.
Good free throw shooter, 75% from the line going into tonight's game. Dave, besides double-doubles, remember Andre Iguodala has 2 triple-doubles this year. The only Pac-10 player to achieve any triple-doubles, and he has 2 of them.
And that's one reason why he was a midseason top 30 selection for the John Wooden Award. Arizona on a 10-0 run. They lead it 10-5. First of 4 on the road for Arizona. And the Huskies going to play a lot of their upcoming games here. 5 of the next 7. Robinson cross-courts it. The Huskies content with their half-court game. Put it up and roll it in. The screen has been broken. Will Conroy. Few in the building thought that Stoudemire may have carried that a little bit. Hassan Adams off the glass, gets his own, doesn't get it that time, and out of bounds to Washington. We've got a timeout at Bank of America Arena. 15:40 to go. And Robinson hits the 3 for Washington. They trail by 3. There's your key matchup, Bob. Fry and Jensen down in the post.
Down in that purple area. Watch Jensen and Channing Frye go at it. Love to watch the big fellas go at it. Yeah. Channing Frye is in Franning Frye.
Frantic Frye sometimes. Okay, Washington will inbound the basketball. And Eric comes in with the trap and the full court press, and it pays off. Shakur dishes it out. Stoudemire for 2. And a nice tip in by Hassan Adams. He's got 6 points already tonight. And Arizona extends their lead to 5, 12-7.
Will Conroy running the point. When you have 3 guards, you can do that. You can alternate guys as to who's up front and who's down on the baseline running, trying to be like a shooting guard. And Roy's a slasher. He likes to go to the hole.
And that's exactly what he does. Roy gets inside the lane. And the entry pays off. He's got his first 2 points of the night. 12-9, Arizona leads. You just joined us. The Huskies got up to a 5-0 lead. Arizona sped to a 10-0 run, 10-5, and now we're locked up in a 3-point game. Shakur, the freshman out of Philadelphia, moves it over to Iguodala along the baseline. And the Huskies' defense getting stingy now, which has not been necessarily their strong suit of the season. Here's Iguodala on the drive, and he puts it in.
No help defensively by the Huskies. Iguodala went from 3-point line all the way to hole, and Roy never got any help. I guarantee you Lorenzo Romar will point that out at the film session tomorrow.
Iguodala with the field goal. Now he has 3 points along with the free throw. 14-9. Robinson moves it out to the point again. Here's Roy. Arizona now showing their half-court defense. Conroy.
That 1-3-1 zone, Dave. With Salim Stoudemire down on the bottom, running crazy from side to side.
And it doesn't go. Nice putback and a foul. And Hakeem Rollins will go to the line.
A little while ago, you saw Andre Iguodala get the ball on the wing. Once he pops out, now watch, he's going to come from here, go all the way to the hole, and nobody from Washington slides over to give him help.
Hakeem Rollins at the line, Bob. One of the more interesting stories and relationships between the state of Arizona and Washington. This young man was offered a full-ride academic scholarship to Arizona as a biochemistry major. Decided he wanted to try to play basketball. Went to Mesa Community College, played for an old friend of yours.
Alton Lister, big 7-footer, went to Arizona State. Coaching now at Mesa Community College. And Hakeem there, again, majors in biochemistry.
Yep. And quite frankly, right out of high school, nobody thought he could play major college basketball. Well, here he is.
Well, his senior year in high school, he averages 10 points and 5 rebounds a game. That's not going to get you on the radar screen for Division I basketball. Grew a little bit, got a little bit better, started rolling.
Ivan Radenovic entered for the ball game for the Wildcats, and he is very quickly fouled.
Yeah, we highlighted Radenovich in the open. This is a good matchup for him against Washington because Radenovich is really more of a 3, an outside player, and Washington likes to stay in down low.
From Belgrade, Serbia, Montenegro. Pop it up. Nothing but air, but a foul called on the play. And Salim Stadabar moves to the line.
Now, Anthony Robinson, one of the 4 ball players on this Washington Husky team that are all from the same high school, Garfield High School here in Seattle.
We were talking a moment ago about Andre Iguodala being added to the list for the Wooden Award. Well, Salim was a preseason for both the Wooden and the Naismith Awards. Shooting about 42% from the field so far this year. He, like the rest of the club, you know, a moment ago we were talking about Washington making a big turnaround on the road at Oregon State with that great comeback. Arizona was in a funk. They lost at home to Stanford and then went to USC and got clobbered. Mr. Farmer lighting it up for 40 points against him. By the way, he did that to USC, similar to UCLA last night, as the Trojans defeated UCLA at Poly. But in any event, the Wildcats, after that road trip, turned it around against UCLA, and they've been a different ball club ever since.
The 1-3-1 with Hassan Adams being the big man in the middle.
And Stoudemire commits the foul.
You know, I feel for Salim. When you run a 1-3-1, he's that last one. He's underneath the basket to start out with. The ball goes to the far corner. He's going to go. See, look how far Salim. Watch him have to go all the way over to the other side. If the ball's on either side, he has to go side to side. Heck, Edmondson would love him.
Yeah.
There's your track man right there.
Yeah, it's good. These young men should be running more wind sprints anyway.
As long as they're doing it now, didn't do it 30 years ago, I'm okay.
Ball out of bounds to the Huskies. They trail by 5, 16-11 Arizona. Centered into Washington, back outside. Trey Simmons, he misses his first shot. And Arizona's got the basketball. The Cats going to try to run. The Huskies back on defense quickly. Shakur. A nice entry move by Hassan Adams.
Hello. Wake up everybody in the pavilion.
I'm not sure how you stop that other than with a wall.
Well, same thing as the play we highlighted earlier. Somebody has to shift over defensively to not give Hassan a direct path on Interstate 5 going to the hole.
There was no traffic in his way. Rollins tried to move it through the middle. Instead, Arizona's got a nice outlet pass by Andre Iguodala, and the freshman converts. Iguodala is known as one of Arizona's best passers, Bob, and there's a great indicator right there. He knew just how much to lead the freshman Shakur to the bucket.
And a great move by Lorenzo Romar. Arizona is known to score in spurts. I'm talking about 18-2, 24-1 type runs. It looked like one of those was starting to get into the fold, so he did it. Called the timeout. Nice pass. Iguodala, Shakur looking over his shoulder, making sure he doesn't get upset. And watch Hassan Adams. Comes from your left screen with the left hand. Flush it through. Good night.
Well, Arizona on a 20-6 run right now. They had a 10-0 run earlier tonight. And you're right about Lorenzo Romar understanding Arizona, as Jay John did at McHale a couple of weeks ago. With 6 minutes left in the first half, Arizona and Oregon State were knotted up at 28. Arizona went one direction, and the Beavers went the other, and Arizona ended up winning 109-75.
Arizona's an explosive team. And they come back again with the 1-3-1 zone, and Salim on the bottom. I love Salim to death, but he's going to get a workout tonight to keep running that 1-3-1 zone.
Jensen comes outside. Huskies looking for a way to penetrate, but Arizona with that defense, Bob, making it tough. Put it in the middle and walk to get there. Brandon Roy took too many steps to get into the purple. And another timeout. 11:50 remain in the first half. Arizona opens up a 9-point lead. Coach Romar and his squad will try to figure it out. Inside the Bank of America Arena, Arizona with a 20-11 lead. Hey, folks, don't forget Saturday night, the Huskies welcome Arizona State into the Bank of America Arena for another Pac-10 Hoop Showdown. The action begins at 6 p.m. Mountain and 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on Fox Sports Net. Lots of college basketball coming your way. Following this conference, the Pacific 10, Arizona 5-2 now in second place. UCLA losing 4 in a row. Starting with Arizona, Washington trying to get out of the cellar, and the way they've been playing lately with back-to-back wins, they've got expectations to do so.
Dave, after this weekend, they'll be at the halfway mark, and you can see 2 teams at the top, and the other 8 teams are all about the same. To have a bearing on who makes it into the Pac-10 tournament.
Absolutely. Allen working on Rogers. Chris Rogers, the sophomore, has been doing an excellent job off the bench for Arizona. He's in for Stoudemire, so Salim getting that rest you want him to get. Huskies moving around. Simmons along the baseline. Arizona shutting it down again. Not too many open looks for the Huskies. Here's Allen. Curtis lays it up, pops it in.
Curtis Allen is the only senior that really gets playing time for Washington. He started as a freshman, but he's a good 6 guy to come off the bench for Lorenzo Romar's club.
And he's working on all kinds of Washington basketball records too. Radinovich with the missed shot. And the Huskies come back down to face the Arizona defense. Jensen has it taken away. Iguodala finds Shakur. He doesn't get it. There's a whistle on the play. And Shakur is on the floor across the way.
You know, just because he's a point guard doesn't mean he can't rise. You see Andre Iguodala playing the gap, shooting it, nice little left-handed pass. And watch this point guard say, hey, everybody else is flushing it tonight. Let me get a little of that action. Rises up on the center, Mike Jensen. And you see the foul as he takes him into the cheerleaders on the side. Mustafa's so even killed. The officials ran over right away to make sure that nothing extracurricular might occur after that contact. But Mustafa looked like, hey, you know,
it happens.
He fouled me. I'm going to the line. What's the problem?
Mustafa playing the point for a top 10 team right out of high school. He was playing in Philadelphia Preps last year. It's interesting, too, because a lot of people are comparing him to a young man that's very well known in the Washington area. That'd be Jason Terry, who played at Arizona as well.
Some good ball being played at the high schools up here in the Seattle area. Well, Lorenzo Romar, I mean, he said he's got 4 guys on his squad, all from the same high school up there.
Garfield, yeah, they went from being Bulldogs to Huskies, so just a change of pedigree. 22-13. Huskies trying to solve Arizona tonight. Washington scoots it along the baseline, and that shot is a foul. Arizona just compressing on whoever's got the ball for Washington. And the Huskies had an open shot that time, but Allen could not hit it. Arizona break. Allen with the takeaway. A lot of Wildcats back there. He finds it, goes inside, and they cannot convert. Smith gets a second chance and does it.
Washington being very aggressive now. Getting defensive steals and taking it to the hole.
Stoudemire returns to the lineup. And Rogers puts it up, and it's a foul on Washington. He's got a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
This is called concentration. Gets bumped, spins, but throws it off the glass so softly, ever so softly.
Anthony Washington checks out of the lineup. His first personal foul. And returning is Bobby Jones. So look at Chris Rogers. Boy, has he found a role on this club this year, Bob. There's kind of question about with Mustafa coming in, what would he do? He's played some serious minutes for Arizona. Has been outstanding off the bench.
Well, he showed some versatility going into the season. So he's a point guard. Well, now he's been able to play the 1, the point, the 2, the off guard, as well as the 3 and the small forward. So that's why Lute Olson's able to get him more minutes, because he's made himself more versatile to be able to play 3 positions.
Allen took the three-point shot, comes down at the other end of it is Bobby Jones. He goes back outside. Jensen tries to pop it. That was for 3, doesn't get it. Channing Frye's got the rebound. But Arizona gives it up. Jensen with a good defensive play. Now Simmons handles for the Huskies. Give it back to Conroy.
Second steal of the half by Washington on Arizona in that little middle area. Not quite down low, not quite at the other end.
Conroy goes right over Stoudemire for the three-point shot. Really didn't have to look at it. Goes out of bounds, and it's to Arizona. Arizona with a 10-point advantage. 8:54 to go in the first half. Back into the lineup is Nate Robinson as he checks in for Curtis Allen. It seems like now we're across the street at Husky Stadium. They're screaming defense in here in Heck right now. Here's Fry. Dragenovich, Arizona now having to move the ball around. Three-point attempt doesn't fall. Dragenovich hits it out of bounds, and it will go to the Washington Huskies.
Now, Hassan Adams has been good shooting from the outside, but not when he's got to come off the dribble. It's when he catches and shoots it. That time he tried to make a little dribble and make his own shot, create his own shot. It just did not fly. The rhythm was not there.
So Washington once again moving it around the perimeter. Shoot, nice pass by Conroy. Good work underneath the basket by Bobby Jones, and he will go to the free throw line.
Watch how you can open up the play. Watch Jones cut, which opens up the entire middle part. And he comes right back. A lot of times, if you go through on a cut like that, you make yourself known to everybody. Then you like disappear, and that's where you're able to come back and catch that back pass. Almost like a backdoor cut.
Bobby Jones was Lorenzo Romar's first signee after he came back to his alma mater here.
Workhorse.
Blue collar. Poly, yep.
Not the biggest guy in the world, but has a lot of heart.
Started the last 15 games last year for Lorenzo Romar. Fry to Stoudemire. 25-17 in favor of Arizona. Washington needs to make a couple of defensive stops. Rogers. Inside they go to Fry. Fry is upset but not fouled. Ball on the floor, and now a whistle.
If that's on Hassan Adams, that's his second, so he'll have to come out the game. Nice passing down low to Fry. Jones playing around with it.
Well, the Huskies throwing a little defense at Arizona. We'll be back. 5-17 lead over the Washington Huskies. Hey, folks, tonight after the game, it's the Arizona Sports Report. 30 minutes of sports news dedicated to the Arizona sports fan. Tonight's show includes the FBR Open first round. It's in the books. We'll have complete coverage from the TPC. Suggs at the Super Bowl to pick up the Defensive Rookie of the Year award from the Cardinals, and Ted Purdy's PGA comeback. Former U of A golfer now playing in Scottsdale. That's tonight immediately following the game right here on Fox Sports Net Arizona. For those of you in the Northwest, watch Fox Sports Net Northwest, and you'll be seeing Cal and Oregon, and then we'll have your report later on tonight. For those of you in Arizona, you've got Brad Steinke and Bob Pacello. They are going to be at the Fox Sports Grill in the Valley this week. A lot of fun.
Enjoying some of that good grub at the Fox Sports Grill.
And yelling and screaming at the FBR Open. That's the only golf tournament that sounds like a basketball game when you go to it. 16th hole. 25-17. Arizona leads. Jensen left it for Simmons. He gives it to Conroy. Huskies throwing the ball around a little bit too much. Arizona takes it away. Here's Hassan Adams. He gathers it back, uses the glass, and puts it in. Remarkable quickness once again exhibited by Hassan Adams.
And body control. Had Will Conroy right there on him. Was able to go straight up and down vertically. Can't call a foul if you go straight up and come straight back down.
Nope.
Hello.
There's the alley-oop. Nicely done, Mike Jensen at the other end of it. Perfect pass by Will Conroy.
Beautiful play. Well executed by the Huskies.
That livens the home crowd. with 6:54 to go in the first half. 27-19, Arizona. And now the pass inbound goes the other way. The Huskies putting a full court press on Arizona. They don't break it. Jensen for two. And the rebound by Iguodala, and there'll be a foul called. Watch the alley-oop.
Dave, you see how Jensen gave the ball up, and he's going to come to the side and watch the lob. Throw it up, right side of your screen. Bring it home. Oh, a little something extra at the end.
I know you like to pull out your scoring chart and give them some artistic merit on that.
I say a little emphasis on that dunk.
Bobby Jones out of the game. Not what Lorenzo Romar needs. Third personal foul here in the first half. He'll see limited action from this point. As Andre Iguodala steps up to the line, nails the free throw. Andre now with 4 points tonight. Lorenzo Romar, the second Husky to play at Washington and return to coach. Great expectations for him here too. Did a great job. Assistant coach at UCLA, then at Pepperdine, and then St. Louis before coming back home here. Nice save. Iguodala on the run. They're not going to get him.
I call that an air dribble. It's not a double dribble.
Nope.
It's an air dribble. You're allowed and one from the time you dribble it, and the ball just kind of floated around. Andre had presence of mind to grab it while it was floating around and just two-hand put it through the hole.
Now, regardless of how many people in this country see them, Jensen misses going to the bucket. Iguodala with the quick outlet pass.
Here's a lob. Send it
to Adams, and what a defensive play by Nate Robinson.
Hey, 5'9", went up and blocked the lob to Hassan Adams. That's what I'm talking about, the little fella. Watch his lob. And he said, okay, nobody can go get it. Watch Nate climb up and say, no. Remember, I was a defensive back last year. But Andre, see, and one, not an illegal dribble.
Yeah, Nate with a couple of key interceptions. One of them against Washington State in the Apple Cup game, which upset the apple cart for the Cougars.
And I love watching that little guy rise like that.
You can see him put the ball on the floor a few times right now. Robinson gives it up. 30-19, Arizona by 11. 5:49 remain in the first half. Conroy. One thing Arizona did last week, Bob, Oregon came in shooting great three-point ball, and that's only the second one tonight. 2 of 10 are the Huskies shooting from three-point range. Well, Arizona's defense just decimated Oregon last Sunday. They held Oregon to 5 of 19 last week, and they were hitting about 50% coming in, were the Ducks. And don't forget, you'll be seeing those Ducks coming up later tonight on Northwest, Fox Sports Net Northwest, California and Oregon, the resurgent California program. A lot of good young clubs, Bob, about a year away in this Pac-10. This is one of them right here. Well, they spent too much time looking around. Arizona had to call the timeout. Hassan Adams had nowhere to throw.
Everybody's looking. Nobody's breaking to the basketball to give Hassan an outlet to make the pass to.
Hey, here's tonight's trivia question. It's presented by your Arizona Jeep dealers. Hey, since 1991, how many times has Washington beaten a ranked Arizona team? Since 1991, how many times? We'll have it for you in a bit. I know that half of the audience will be pleased about it, and the other half won't be. Rollins goes to the bucket, and he's fouled. And it's on Andre Iguodala. That'll be his first personal foul.
Akeem going to the line. Great story. You love to hear stories about young people who go after their dream, gave up a full ride academic scholarship to University of Arizona, felt like he could play basketball at the next level, and achieved it.
Rollins, the Arizona product, doesn't hit the free throw. Jensen in the middle of it. Can he control it? No, out of bounds to Arizona. Jensen thinking he should have gotten a call down there somewhere. 7-point game. Credit the Huskies for digging in. Arizona was poised to take off and run away, but the Huskies have come back. Arizona with a couple of double-digit leads tonight. Now it's down to 7. Here's Chris Rogers. Enters, takes it back outside. Shakur in the paint, hangs it up from just inside the free throw line, makes it.
He loves to make that move right to about 10 feet from the hole, pull up, let it go.
Mustafa with 6 points. Andre Iguodala deflects the basketball, so the Huskies will bring it back.
Mustafa does that and reminds me of the point guard I played with at Arizona, Eric Money. Would come down, somehow or another find a way to be 10 feet from the hole, in the lane, and put up a soft 10-foot jump shot, count it.
Robinson at the point, winds up, takes an NBA three and nails it.
Nate Robinson comes from a family with some good genes. Jacques Robinson was his father, running back for the Huskies back in the 70s. Back in our era, back in school, Dave.
I remember. Don James territory. Here's Fry underneath and slams it down. Channing Fry had a big night last year here with 25 points. Tonight so far, he's got 4. Arizona with the 8-point lead, and a foul is going to be called. This time on Chris Rogers. It'll be the 7th foul on Arizona. That equals the number called so far on Washington. So Roy will have a chance at a 1-on-1.
Brandon Roy, the young man, another Garfield High School product. Actually put his name in the draft for the NBA. Pulled it out, came back, got his eligibility back, started playing at midterm last year for the Huskies.
And he nails the free throw, and that brings us to a timeout. The Huskies are back within 6 as Nate Robinson fills it up from a way long 3. We'll be back. Makers the chance of a lifetime with the Best Damn Student Film Festival presented by Sony Electronics. You can win an internship with Fox Sports Plus, the cool Sony camera you see right here. For entry information, log on to foxsports.com or watch the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Every time I say that, I think my nuns are going to come and beat me up. Every time.
Yours and mine both.
Yeah, the sisters are looking for us.
Sister Timothy.
They'll be happy about this. Here's the answer to your trivia question. Since 1991, how many times have the Huskies beaten a ranked Arizona team? 6. Say 6 times. And they've given Arizona fits in this building. Although the Wildcats right now enjoy a 6-point advantage, 34-28. Stoudemire freshens up a little bit after some time on the bench. Misses. And the ball brought down by Brandon Roy. Robinson right down the middle, sends it back outside. There's your 3-point shot for the baseline. In and out. The rebound by Mustafa Shakur. Stoudemire. Arizona right down the pipe goes Stoudemire.
Salim said, I can get some of this dunk action also. The leading rebounder in the game right now, Mustafa Shakur, with 4 rebounds, all defensive.
Go figure that. Bring it right back down and fill it up. Robinson now has 8 points tonight for Washington. And the Huskies hanging in there at 36-30 with under 3 to go in the first half. Ivan Radenovic, the freshman, being guarded by Jensen, and he throws it away, looking for Rogers. Iguodala is going to go back on defense. Here comes Conroy, up and in.
Very aggressive move. Washington comes within 4 points. Here comes the full court press. Nope. You see the student section right at courtside. They're bouncing, they're jumping. They're trying to get within a 1-possession game.
The Huskies with just 2 fast break points. Arizona with 8 of them. No harm, no foul on the collision at the top of the key. Iguodala. Almost picked. Rogers wants the 3, takes the 3, he's knocked down, and he's going to the line to shoot 3.
Dave, I was going to call Salim Moses, because on this one move, watch him get the ball, and watch. Head straight on down, part the sea, and flush it through. And Washington on the steal. Bringing it aggressively. Will Conroy got him back in the game.
Well, Chris, you saw taking that three-point attempt. He is the, off the bench this year. He's the 10th best three-point shooter in the league. Let's see what kind of free throw operation he runs. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Game of streaks. Huskies went up 5-0. Arizona went up 10-5. Arizona's been having a varying degree of success with a double-digit lead, but the Huskies have hung in there. It's a 6-point lead now. And Rogers has a chance to restore it to 7.
Very soft. Soft touch. So now Arizona goes back up by 7. From Lorenzo Romar's position, you want to try to get it as close as you can. Arizona's been up by as many as 10. Remember, Washington had it down to 4. So you want to try to get down within 1 possession, if not 2, to try to go something positive. Nice pass.
And a foul, Hassan Adams. Not much doubt about that. Hey, with 1:46 to go, let's talk about our halftime tonight. The Arizona Sports Report update from the Fox Sports Grill, and we'll have plenty of first half stats and highlights. So don't go wandering away.
Ooh, that's a nasty scar on Brandon Roy's right arm. Look, he's sitting there rubbing it right now. And it looks kind of fresh. That'll be the one when he takes a shower after the game.
That's going to sting.
Yeah, it's going to hurt.
Yep.
See, he's still messing with it.
Both teams, Bob, have been shooting free throws well tonight. Arizona's 10 of 12, and Huskies now 8 of 9. It's irritating.
Yeah, you can see if focus in on it for me, guys. There it is, right there. Oh yes. Now if the officials see that blood, they're gonna make them come out of the game. Patch it up.
Back in the old days, they didn't do that.
No, people weren't quite as worried about blood back in the 70s.
No, not at all.
Now it's like blood. I'm out of here.
Shakur goes to Stoudemire. Salim along the baseline, pops it up and in. Nice move by the Arizona guard. Stoudemire now with 9 points.
Dave, I talked about the confidence that Hassan Adams is showing. What about Salim Stoudemire? That was straight. I know I can make this hole on that move.
Well, one difference in his game over the last month is his return. There's another three-point shot. Knock it down for Will Conroy.
Back to 4. 4-point game.
7 points for Conroy. 4 points between the two teams. 41-37. Shakur.
Jump hook, jump hook. You waited too long.
Back outside to Rogers. Doesn't mind shooting the 3. Why wouldn't he? He had a 3-point at the line, 3-pointer from the line a moment ago. Now he makes it outside the arc. Rogers with 9 points, under a minute to go. Robinson's looking for 3, and he brings it right back. Nate the Great.
Lute Olson's trying to get Channing Frye out of the game, I do believe. Channing has 2 fouls. You don't want him to pick up his 3rd with 38.5 seconds. So Coach Olson used the 20-second timeout, stops the game, make a substitution, Radenovich for Frye, and that way they can continue. Into the post, kick it out. You're not going to guard me? You think long, you think wrong. And Nate answers. 5'9", Nate Robinson. That one didn't even touch the rim on the way through.
Well, 44-40. What's interesting about these two teams, as was well chronicled before the game began, they're numbers 1 and 2 in scoring in the Pac-10. They're also teams 8 and 9 in scoring defense. So you match that up. Both of them could be around triple digits tonight.
Well, you take the score right now. Arizona's averaging 88 a game. Take 44 twice. There you go. And Washington's averaging 80 a game, which is 40 at the half. So they're right at their averages with another 33 seconds to go.
Things could change. Things could change.
You know I love those numbers.
I know.
I think just for the sake of it, for a number person, going to the half 44-40. That way you got half of your average as a team.
That comes from the mouth, ladies and gentlemen, of a fully licensed accountant at the busiest time of the season.
and playing and dealing with basketball. Loving it.
Shakur inside. Iguodala jumps, can't put it down. Radenovic gets in there, and he is fouled.
Dave, at the open, we talked about Ivan Radenovic, how he has a knack for obtaining offensive rebounds, and you saw it there. See, the ball's going to get up eventually by Iguodala. And watch come to the middle of your screen, Radenovic, the Serbian Slayer, going after his offensive rebounds, shooting 87.1% from the line. And that just went down. The broadcaster's curse.
Yep.
Strikes again.
The young man made his debut for Arizona on December 28th. He practiced for about 5 or 6 days. And he coolly tossed in 17 points his first time out. He makes 1 of 2 free throws. And now with the Huskies got just time for that. And Iguodala does the pick. And that's how the half comes to a close as Nate Robinson goes to the locker room leading all scorers with 11 points. The Wildcats and Huskies locked up here at Bank of America Arena at Heck Edmondson Pavilion, and it's a 5-point game. Arizona leads at 45-40. We've had a little bit of everything from these two teams with a magnificent lob and drive in the middle. We'll be back with all of our halftime, so stick around. America Arena at Heck Edmondson Pavilion. Arizona, the 9th-ranked team in the country, with a 5-point advantage over the Washington Huskies. The numbers 1 and 2 scoring teams in the Pacific 10 Conference, the numbers 8 and 9 defensive teams, they're pretty even up in this contest so far.
Yes, they are, and they're doing what we would expect them to do. You've got Arizona about at their average at this point, same with Washington. They're going up down the floor and scoring points.
Salim Stoudemire led the scorers last year in this building. He picked up where he left off, canning an early 3-point shot.
You know, this is where Salim led a 10-0 run for Arizona, which is the difference in this game at this point. Hassan Adams from the right side for 3. And Andre Iguodala with the air dribble and the flush. But then all of a sudden, Washington came around, and the 5'9" Nate the Great, he started to take his team onto his little shoulders and show everybody what he can do. The 3-pointer knocks it down. And then defensively, watch him in the middle to fly down and stop or negate the flush by Hassan Adams. And again, Nate from up top, if you don't pick him up, yes, he can shoot the 3 and shoot it well. A little beat on the head. The emotional leader at 5'9" for the Washington Huskies.
Let's now take a look at the statistical data for the first half, and there is a lot of similarities right there. Points in the paint being the big differential, and that means Channing Frye.
Well, plus you can see it in the 3-point field goal attempts. Watson shooting the outside to stay in the game. Arizona getting more points down low and shooting a very, very good 62% from the field.
All right, the Wildcats and the Huskies going to play another 20 minutes of college basketball here in Seattle. Don't go away. Channing Frye is not. 45-40 at the half.
Gumbo.
Look at the gorgeous skyline featured by the Emerald City, Seattle, Washington. I'm Dave Sitton along with Bob Elliott. 9th-ranked Arizona with a 5-point lead over the Washington Huskies. Why don't we take this opportunity to revisit up against that beautiful sideline? Oh, not anymore anyway. Indoors, Bob's game plan.
Well, I felt that Nate Robinson was going to be the guy that had a significant impact on this game. At this point, without a doubt, leading scorer at halftime at 11. 40 minutes of play being done. It's been there except for that 10-0 run by Arizona. This has been a pretty even game. And rebounds are pretty equal. Not many rebounds. I mean, 14 and 13, 27 boards available total at the half. That's unheard of, but that one right there, oh, I would just want to just kiss her. Right on that cheek right there. I could tear those cheeks up. That's a cute little girl.
Yes, she is. Getting ready for Valentine's Day. Here are your leading scorers. Hassan Adams with 10 for Arizona. Salim Stoudemire with 9. Robinson with 11. And Jensen with 7 along with Conroy for Washington. So the teams have been spreading out the scoring pretty well amongst them.
Somebody sending a sign back home. I'm surprised it didn't say send money.
Yeah, that's usually what it says. It's probably the biggest crowd of the season so far for the Huskies at home. They've been averaging just about 6,000.
They had one sellout earlier when the Gonzaga came through here. Little state rivalry there. The team from Spokane. One of our other little omelet hits, right?
Favorite stops. Many favorite stops of this conference.
The dog pack starting to bounce. I see my man right here. He's got his hat backwards. He's ready to roll.
Ready for the rally here.
Look at him. Got his, yeah, he's warming up. My guess is he is the ringleader over there in the dog pack.
Yeah, the building holds 10,000. They've been averaging about 7,000, so I stand corrected. They'll have many more than that here tonight.
Well, tonight 85-42 is the attendance, so about 85% capacity.
That's, you like those base 10 numbers.
Hey, easy to calculate off of.
And a turnover starts the second half. The Huskies defense forces the turnover.
Not what you want if you're Arizona. You get the first possession. You always want to cash it in. Now it allows Washington to maybe turn this into a one-possession game just that quickly.
Conroy goes to Roy. He goes right down the middle, and they score the first 2 points to the Huskies. It's 45-42.
Dave, in the first half, I was talking about how Washington was not coming over defensively on the rotation to help out. That time, Arizona fell asleep on that same defensive rotation.
Iguodala rolls it up, doesn't go, and here come the Huskies on the break. Robinson going to lay it up and in, and the Huskies have come out and scored the first 4 points in the second half. And Arizona leads it by 1, 45-44. We saw the photograph of Lute Olson a moment ago. He looked somewhat sanguine, but this building gives him fits. However, Andre Iguodala will help the cause.
With the reverse 360 dunk on the baseline, coming to the other side.
2-point shot up and in by Robinson. Now he's got 15 points, leading all scorers, and the Huskies close within 1 again.
Nate curled off that screen pretty well to get that jump shot.
Stoudemire, nicely into Adams. However, it's knocked away, and they're going to call the foul on Brandon Roy. And for Roy, it's his first foul.
Watch this cut. Nice spin right on, curl right around that high pick. And Andre, 360, coming around, can't stop this.
Iguodala. Good ball handler, great passer. Pretty good scorer, too. Here Stoudemire lays it up right in the middle again. You were talking in the first half about his confidence rebuilding. It seems the more that he goes in a game and puts the ball up from inside, that confidence grows. Hassan Adams.
That's 4 fouls now on Bobby Jones.
Bobby got in foul trouble very quickly in the first half.
Watch Salim. Andre Iguodala up top with the ball. Salim's going to curl around and take the little 10-foot floater to the hole.
2 Husky fouls to start the second half. Trey Simmons will come in for Jones. 4 fouls, and we've still got 18 minutes plus to play.
That's significant. Jones is their main rebounder.
Stoudemire. Take it back out. Fall away along the baseline. Doesn't fall. Fry can't handle it. However, Iguodala can, and he puts it up. What control in the paint.
He's starting to like that come from the left, come around to the right. Reverse layup or dunk.
Jensen feeds it back outside. And that three-pointer by Conroy. He's got 10 points tonight, and the Huskies are back within 2.
Mike Jensen made that play by getting the ball quickly off of him to the open Conroy to have a chance to get an open look.
Adams working against Roy. They get inside to Fry, back down to Iguodala. Iguodala loses control, but Fry gathers it, can't put it in. And Jensen gets the basketball for Washington. The Huskies back on offense, trailing by 2, and there is a foul.
That could be a significant play. Washington has been playing from behind. Other than that 5-0 quick run for almost the entire game. Channing makes that bucket. It's not a 2-point game, it's a 4-point game. Now it's still the 2 points, 51-49. Washington has the ball. They might get a chance to get to the mountain and maybe even poke the head over the top with a 3.
That three-point opportunity was...
Hassan said, and here's what I think about your 3-point attempt. I'm going to send it over there in the tunnel.
That was an arrest.
You know, when Hassan's jumping around there, if you're in the first 4 or 5 rows, you better pay attention. You might end up with...
It's like being at a baseball game.
Yeah, you get hit.
Field, Banquet Ballpark. Up. Not going to fall. However, the Huskies get it right back. Robinson goes outside.
Good ball movement.
Jensen misses it. Huskies miss a couple of threes. They had made 5 of their last 6.
Nice
What
pass.
a pass down to Fry, and he puts it in. Andre Iguodala tonight is having a remarkable passing night.
Andre Iguodala leads the Pac-10 in defensive rebounds, and he's very good at getting that defensive rebound, bring up the floor, and finding open men on the fast break, as you saw right there.
Conroy gathers the pass over. Shakur gets it back, and he dribbles it out of bounds. Take a look again at Andre Iguodala and that incredible speed.
Watch him get the defensive board. Look at Fry taking off running. Iguodala bringing it. Left-hand pass. Finds the 6'11" Channing Fry for the finish.
Jensen to Robinson. Robinson leading the scores. Jensen back over to Nate. Huskies slow down their offense a little bit. Looking for the proper look. There's Conroy at the other side. Iguodala quickly on him. Arizona coming over, picking up the men quickly.
Nice
back
pass.
inside to Conroy. Can't handle it.
Oh, the pass was so nice. He couldn't handle it. And it's not like they haven't played together. Brandon Roy and Will Conroy both came from Garfield High School. So you know they have a lot more history making that pass with a bucket than just here for Lorenzo Romar's team here with the Washington Huskies.
Just under 16 minutes remain in the game. Arizona had a 5-point halftime lead. They're back to 4 and make it 6.
Andre Iguodala up top to Hassan Adams for the dunk. When you have a guy at 6'7" like Andre with the long arms up at the top of the key, he can see the whole floor. He can look over the smaller guards that are coming to pick him up. He can deliver that pass as he just did.
Arizona on an 8-3 run. Tell you what, for those of you watching Hassan Adams for the first time, you look at the fact that this is look at that pass there by Channing Fry. Gets it down. Stoudemire leaves it. Adams with a turnaround and off the heel of the rim. Adams was looking to get the rebound himself. Instead, it's Jensen for the Huskies. I was going to say about Arizona on offense, Hassan Adams. Nice in the pass, nice reverse. Put it in by Brandon Roy. Roy's got 10 points. 3 Huskies on the floor in double-figure scoring. Robinson, Conroy. Roy. Mustafa Shakur knocks it down for 3.
He's so smooth.
And it just the freshman.
Another one of the point guards at Point Guard University, also known as University of Arizona.
We saw a moment ago a lot of three-point shooting going on tonight. Andre Iguodala going to race to get it gathered. He does.
Nice.
Oh my goodness,
Nice.
all alone was Hassan Adams. Hassan now with 14 points, so we should start checking on assists.
Yeah, Andre's putting on a clinic on assists. Up top, Dave. I find you, Arizona by 9.
Arizona Athletics succeeding on and off the playing field. The Wildcats have won 16 national team championships.
By 9 on Washington. Earlier, you saw Andre Iguodala with one of his 3 assists in the second half. Freeze it right there. Looks like he's trapped, right? Watch Hassan Adams break right down the middle, and Hassan gets the pass. Go ahead and roll it from Andre. Wide open layup. And Andre is like, yeah, I'm in the house because I just delivered an assist.
12 of the 15 points this half have been scored in the paint by Arizona.
Inside dominance.
We're going to see if the Huskies have an answer for that. I'm not sure. Robinson over to Jensen. Simmons, Trey hits the tray. He's got 5 points.
Dave, the Dogs are not walking away. They're still barking.
They never do when Arizona's here. Just doesn't happen. Here's Stoudemire on a quick turnaround 3. Doesn't fall. Radenovich in the right place. However, a foul is called. And I believe it's on Jensen. No, That's on Hakeem Rollins' second personal foul. So Jensen's okay. He'll be back along with everybody else. 13:39 to go in the game. Arizona by 6.
Buick, an American.
The Purple Crew trails by 6. Arizona 60-54. Tonight after the game, it's the Arizona Sports Report. 30 minutes of sports news dedicated to the Arizona sports fan. Tonight's show includes first round coverage of the FBR Open, complete coverage from the TPC, Suggs at the Super Bowl, the Cardinal picking up his Rookie of the Year award, and Ted Purdy's PGA comeback. The former University of Arizona golfer, he's playing in Scottsdale this week. That's tonight. Immediately following the game right here on Fox Sports Net. In Arizona, you'll see that. Here in the Northwest, you'll see Cal at Oregon, the remaining portion of that game. And then the Northwest Sports Report. So keep your dial set exactly where it is for the latest in news from the desert to the fabulous Northwest. Channing Frye in the paint. No big news there. Arizona's running away from the Huskies in the purple.
And another assist to Andre Iguodala.
Count him, that's 6 now for Andre. He's looking for another trip dub. He's got the points already covered. 10 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Allen moves it over to the side. 3-point shot up and over. Trey Simmons hit a 3-pointer a moment ago. That time off the heel of the rim. 13 minutes and 8 seconds to go. An 8-point Arizona advantage.
Dave, this is the point in the game that either Arizona's going to go on a run, turn to double digits, never look back, or Washington's going to get themselves back in this game.
Shakur with a nice break to the basket, loses it, but Radenovic grabs it. Nope, not long enough. Nate Robinson feeds Simmons. Simmons, nice body management. In the air, he's fouled. He will go to the line.
At this point, Nate the Great says, I think we'll get Washington back into this game. Watch little man get up in there. And then a nice bounce pass, and Trey taking it to the hole, gets fouled by Andre Iguodala. Simmons to the line to shoot 2.
Out of Green River City College after attending Garfield High School, as Stoudemire will rest. Chris Rogers returns for Arizona.
Now that was a substitution for the clock. By that I mean it's 12:51 on there. There's a TV timeout after 12 minutes. Salim might sit out about 1 minute of game time, but he'll get about 5 or 6 minutes of real time as a breather. Because Salim did play the most minutes in the first half for anybody in this game with 19 of the 20 minutes.
Frye out at the high post. Iguodala down in the lane. He sends it down to Rogers. He went to Radenovic, and Radenovic has it blocked. Huskies take over. They trail by 6, 62-56. Robinson very quickly into the corner. Cross court, Simmons left alone, but very quickly Iguodala closes on him. Washington in and down.
And now they've brought it back to 4 points, a 2-possession game. Washington is back in this ball game. Another score.
Robinson goes right by everybody. Add 2. 17 points for Nate. And it's a 2-point game.
Well, a minute ago I said something about to happen. It just did. If Lute Olson call a timeout, no. He just let him go ahead and play because there'll be an automatic timeout with the next dead ball. And there's the dead ball. There's the timeout that Lute Olson needs to regroup the troops with a 2-point lead.
The only basketball player in the history of the University of Washington to wear it on his back scores. Wildcats take on the Washington State Cougars. Can Coach Dick Bennett's delivered offense and hawking defense slow down the Cats? Tune in Saturday, 2 o'clock Mountain or 1 Pacific time. Pac-10 basketball here on Fox Sports Net. You see the score now. It's a 2-pointer, 62-60. Before the game, Lute Olson was talking
the kind of guy
about
that's a real pain to try to guard because he can shoot it from outside. And he has great quickness, but he's physically strong as well, and he's able to get shots up inside. It's just sort of amazed me that he gets them off, but I think it's because of his upper body strength.
You know, with Nate Robinson, I'm really amazed that he's not playing football. I mean, you know, if you talk about the next level with his athleticism, yeah, he is a cornerback, but he loves basketball, and he's got to go with his dream.
Channing Frye with the rebound. Well, Nate was all-state both football and basketball.
Came here first on a football scholarship, and now he's on a basketball scholarship. Good help out.
Rejected by Washington. Robinson right down, way up high, and they're going to call a foul on to Arizona.
Nate the Great sliding through the hole. Look at him. Now there's a young man that's happy. You can see it in his face. Loves what he's doing. A little kiss on the left wrist before he shoots his free throw.
17 points tonight. Lead scores for both teams make it 18.
Okay, that's part of his routine. A little kiss on the left wrist. Kind of like Salim Stoudemire for Arizona, puts his hand over his heart.
Yeah, I didn't give him enough due. He was not only the state player of the year, it's not only all-state, he was the state player of the year in 03 in both football and basketball. 02.
He's a baller.
Yes, he is.
Whether it's football or basketball.
And a foul.
A little too much contact.
Told you Arizona had a little run going a while ago. The Huskies do now. They've got an 8-point run, and that's why they're tied with Arizona. 62 apiece with 11 to go.
11 straight up.
There's a foul. Gold shirts pick it off, and Robinson handles onto it.
Luke talked about Nate's quickness. You saw it right there when he just changed gears, changed directions, and went and got that ball that was loose.
5'9".
It helps to be that low, to be that close to the ground and pick up one off of there. It'll take me another 2 seconds to bend over to get it. Nice pass.
Go to Washington. Washington with a double pump, cut it in.
Nate not only delivering with points, delivering with passes. Washington up for the first time since early in the ball game.
Anthony Washington with 4 points now puts them ahead, and Stoudemire's play falls out, and the Wildcats call a timeout in the nick of time. Rogers was falling out of bounds. You know, we were talking about Nate Robinson being 5'9". That's not all that unusual to have some outstanding guys who are under 9 feet, like the rest of you people.
We've seen him. Spud Webb winning the dunk contest back in the day with the high shorts. You gotta love those shorts, ladies. And then Muggsy Bogues, the little fella, 5 feet. 3 inches tall, Muggsy. And then there's Earl Boykins playing now in the NBA. These guys are so low. He's now with the Denver Nuggets. And then Damon Stoudemire, former Arizona ball player, now with the Portland Trail Blazers. Another guy under 6 feet, around 5'10". And last year for Arizona, Jason Gardner, another 5'10" guy. Taking it to the hole. They always seem to be fiery, these little guys. You know, it's like George Jefferson syndrome or something. They always got to do something. Where's Weezy at? Tell me something.
Well, let me ask you an Archie Bunker question then. Who was the smallest player with whom you played in the NBA?
With me?
Yeah, with you.
Oh, man. Why, as a teammate?
Yes.
I'd say Foots Walker, 5'10". We called him Footy. Because Footy had feet the size of a big man, but he was only 5'10".
Now, was that with the Nets or the Sixers?
That was the Nets.
Rogers, high post, sent it out. Stoudemire with a very long, deliberate look, and he nails it.
Now we have a ball game, Dave. It's going back and forth. So whether you're on I-10 or I-5, as you said in the open, you got something here to watch.
Freeways are wide open right now. Allen, and
oh, Nate. Why you do that to me, Nate? Pop your collar, baby. Pop your collar.
Given the fact he's only 5'9", I'd like to know how far his feet were off the floor.
Man, that's rising.
He was looking down at the basket. And a foul.
Dunks will pump up a team. But when you're 5'9", look on the back door. Rise, little fella. Rise for it. Oh, Curtis Allen to Nate the Great. Bring it home, little fella. Bring it home. That's a dunk. There's only one word for that. 5 letters. Nasty.
Yeah. Oh, boy. There's some kids with some hops in the building tonight.
Whoa. You know, the real question is that dunk going to sustain the emotional rise here in this arena for 9 minutes and 23 seconds?
Anthony Washington used at the midpoint in the first half and much to start the second half has already fouled out. So one gone, Anthony Washington. And to repeat, he's the only Husky basketball player ever with that name. Football programs had many Washingtons here.
You know, the other problem for Washington now, Dave, is not only did Washington fall out, but Bobby Jones, the other big guy they really go for, besides Jensen, he has 4 fouls sitting on the bench for Lorenzo Romar's team.
Correct. So expect Arizona to go right into the paint. Adams with the turnaround off the glass. Hassan Adams with 16 points tonight. Arizona by 1, 67-66. And don't forget, they went into overtime last year. Same two teams. Here's Simmons for 3.
Andre Iguodala, another defensive rebound. Looking up at all times. Take it to the hole.
Andre misses the dunk, gets the rebound. It dribbles off of him, so no rebound, out of bounds to Arizona. So Conroy back into the ball game. Robinson takes a break, and boy, is he the man of the night.
They have another one of those substitutions for the clock. With 8:49, Nate will sit out. TV timeout in about 50, 60 seconds. He'll come back in. Lose a minute of game time. Bad pass.
Backcourt violation. Rogers pass into the backcourt. Stoudemire gathers it, and the Huskies will get the basketball, trailing by 1, 67-66, 8:40 to go. These two teams are incredible in this building.
Yeah, Dave, I was thinking the exact same thing. Another Wildcat Husky ball game up in the Seattle area. Close, and for some reason, the Huskies always deliver when Arizona comes to town.
Roy. Rollins, we talk about that emotion. Now people are, they're quiet for the moment, just gasping.
But that's why I said the thing about, are they going to be able to sustain that kind of emotional lift for their team?
Allen dribbles it off his foot. He wants a different call, but he's not going to get it. Nor is Coach Romar. 8:14 to go, a 1-point game. You've got a date with us for about another 8 minutes on the clock, folks.
I wouldn't go anywhere if I was sitting at home right now. I might have a little popcorn in the microwave to keep sustaining me for these next 8:06, but we'll keep rolling from there.
Stoudemire on the logo. Goes inside Adams, and there was a foul on Hassan. They said he pushed off in order to get the basketball. We've got a timeout on the floor here in Seattle. We'll be back. Is giving aspiring filmmakers the chance of a lifetime with the Best Damn Student Film Festival presented by Sony Electronics. You can win an internship with Fox Sports Net, plus the cool Sony camera you see right here. For entry information, log on to foxsports.com or watch the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Can't say that. Hey, I can say this. It's time for our game summary presented by your Arizona Chrysler dealers.
Nate the Great delivering 21 points. Arizona using their size to an advantage, plus 10 in the paint. But Nate has been the man. Nate Robinson, the little fella, watch him get the ball back and shoot the 3, knocks that down. Then the lob with the dunk to the 5'9" man. And this time, you think he's dunking? No, he's going to lay it up softly with the left hand. And you see, he's been the man they've gone to offensively for leadership. Double-figure scoring in all Pac-10 games so far, and definitely has today with 21 markers.
And he will be seen across the country in highlight reels tonight and tomorrow. And a foul.
Something not to forget that on that play before this, Hassan Adams picked up his 4th foul for Arizona.
And so Hassan Adams and Channing Frye with 4 fouls. The Huskies have already had Washington foul out.
Lute Olson's going to have to go into that bench a little bit.
The game of attrition in just a moment. They're going to call it kick ball there on Rogers.
Or put this way, if you like numbers, he's got a 7-man rotation, 2 guys with 4 fouls each, at least 5.
Yep.
They better play.
Conroy.
The 1-3-1 zone again. Salim Stoudemire following the ball. See him there picking it up. As the ball swings around, he has to go all the way to the other side.
Conroy again. Arizona with that 1-3-1, Bob. They've been most effective with it all night. Jensen wants to shoot for 3 and he nails it. The Huskies take the lead, 69-67. Jensen with 10 points tonight. Stoudemire into the lane, slashing to the basket. Salim, 16 points.
I'd love to be able to read Salim's mind right now. If it were me, I'd be like, okay, you're going to make me run up and down this baseline. I'm going to get you on the other end. You're going to take these 2 points from me. Make me run up and down this thing, chasing people up on this baseline like I'm doing right now.
He made it last time. He misses this time. And a foul is going to be called right on the wrist. It was Brandon Roy.
See how the ball is here? If the ball moves around, Salim has to come all the way around and follow the ball. Doesn't get there in time. Jensen knocks down the 3. He said, okay, make me run. Take this as I snake my way to the hole. And then Salim's got a little family here. Antoine Stoudemire used to play at Oregon. Salim's older brother.
He looks different today.
He's a rap artist in the Portland area. Wearing the dreads, the big hat. Looks a little different than he did when he played for the Ducks.
You know, in all these years together, you have diagrammed afros and explained how they work. Someday you'll have to do the dreadlocks too.
I'm not into dreads, so I can't help you there.
Right.
We wore the fros back in the 70s, so I have a little history there.
I understand that. I mean, it's like a science discussion. I mean, they don't.
I have no history with the dreads.
All right. Iguodala has a history at the free throw line, makes the shot, and the Wildcats have a 2-point advantage, 71-69.
I just can't picture an accountant wearing dreads.
No, I'd love that. You'd be on all kind of network programs if you did that.
I'd be on something.
71-69, 6 minutes, 22 seconds remain in the game. The Cats take the basketball away.
Salim on that baseline.
The Cats are on offense. How about that? Stoudemire. Slashes the basket again, puts it up, doesn't get it down. Conroy with the rebound for the Huskies.
Smart move by Channing Frye to not pick up his 5th foul on an offensive rebound that he could not get.
Under 6 to go. Robinson, 3-point range from the NBA, doesn't fall. Iguodala is in a battle with Jensen, and Channing Frye ends up with the basketball. Cats on the break. You're starting to see a fatigue factor on the floor for both teams, Bob.
Yeah, it does look slower.
They are slowed down. Here's Frye along the baseline.
Good move.
Iguodala's going to put it back.
Channing,
Jensen's going to get the basketball.
Yeah, the crowd wanted that 5th foul on Channing.
Yeah, Channing is playing on eggshells right now with the 4 fouls. Roy. Allen. 71-69, coming up on the 5-minute mark remaining in the game. These two teams have a storied history in this building. They went to overtime last year.
If you want to watch something, watch the ball and watch Salim. His job is to be wherever the ball is on the baseline. He's mirroring it. It reminds me, take a little Super Bowl hit here, of a football player that's like a linebacker that has to watch or mirror either a running back or a quarterback. He's a spy. Basically, he's like a spy in football. Where you go, I go. For Salim, where the ball goes, he goes in the 1-3-1 zone.
Quick release.
Nate.
No, Nate Robinson is everywhere.
Nate, you are outrageous.
Yeah. Speaking of the 60s, if Simon and Garfunkel were here, they'd be singing Mr. Robinson tonight. Here's Rogers into the lane. Iguodala can't handle the pass, and the Huskies are going to get the possession now. Tied up at 71, under 5 to go. You want exciting college basketball? You're in the right place. 2-pointer from the baseline. Score it. Will Conroy. 73-71, Washington. Length of the court. Channing Frye. Jump hook. No. Chris Rogers vies for it, but it's Nate Robinson who comes up with it. How did he keep the possession? Robinson dishes down to Jones. No. Offensive foul call on Nate Robinson after all of that.
Excellent call. Great defensive play by Salim Stottlemyre. Watch Nate bring it. So now he's moving, he's grooving, he's bringing it, and Salim's right in your screen. And Salim says, okay, you keep coming, you float right into me, and I'm gonna take that charge. When you see a guy penetrating like that and starting to get a little out of control, you do just what Salim did. Slide over, plant your feet, let him bring his body into you. That's how you pick up a charging foul.
Incredibly, that's just his first foul tonight. 18 fouls on the Huskies, 5 on the Wildcats.
Lorenzo Romar looking dapper. Yes, a double-breasted look. He takes a 20-second timeout. A great story. 7th-round draft pick in the NBA, made a team. And then, after he gets on the NBA, he goes and plays with Athletes in Action. Strong believer in Christian, but back in 1999, this is what occurred. Let's go for the flashback. Donald Watts, as Washington's coming, and Richard Jefferson, now with the New Jersey Nets. The steal. Oh, that's that dribble. That's like, I'm gonna show it to you and bring it back.
That's a yo-yo play.
Yo-yo. You see Coach Olsen being a little concerned as Donald Watts goes to the hole, and again, Washington, one of their upset wins over Arizona when they were ranked in the top 10.
Yep. And Lorenzo Romar thinks there's an opportunity tonight, and he is correct. His team's got a 2-point lead, 73-71. All the lead changes you could ever want.
Yeah, I mean, 7 lead changes, 3 ties. This is Pac-10 basketball at its best.
Ivan Radonovich back in the game. Mustafa Shakur is going to get picked. It's a battle for the ball.
And the little fella comes out with it.
Robinson on fire tonight. Leaves it outside. 2-point shot from the baseline. And Bobby Jones gives the Huskies a 4-point advantage. And this crowd is delighted. 8,500 in the building. Fry. Shakur, baseline jumper, no. Rebound is Adams. Hassan puts it up, and then it's scored. He goes to the line.
I want you to watch this replay. Not how Hassan is 6'3" and a half goes and gets the ball, but watch how he jumps laterally, double pumps to get his shot off and create space. So here he's going to get the ball, and watch him jump laterally.
We are going to take a timeout and get the electricity repaired. However, there's plenty of electricity in the building. 75-74 Huskies. We'll be right back. Got to jump in here tonight. The lights have dimmed, and I believe it's because a significant number of them have become inoperable at present.
Well, you see the facilities manager. It's his job to find out what happened. I think it was just the electricity of the game. I mean, the game was going so strong, it just put out a poof. Next thing you know, everything went dim.
Yeah. Give everybody a flashlight. We can finish this thing. Go across the street, finish it in the football stadium.
There's enough light out there. They can still see the rim.
We're going to be dimmed by light standards. However, trust me, there is a lot of brightness going on in the court right now. 75-74, 3:35 remain in the game. Number 8 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, playing the unranked Washington Huskies. Huskies came in with 2 straight Pac-10 wins. They've not done that for a while. Robinson. Arizona with that 1-3-1. There you see Salim on that bob and weave. He's got Jones. Misses. They put it right back down and in. Brandon Roy with 12 points.
Weak side rebounding. 70% of your shots go over to the opposite side of the floor. Washington collects, puts it back in, goes up by 3.
Stoudemire thought about the three. They go to Hassan Adams. He went to Iguodala. The ball gets away from the catch. Stoudemire, the lone defender. Robinson all the way to the hoop himself. Put it in.
You know, Nate brings you so many looks when he's coming at you. You don't know if he's going straight, left, or right. That time he just took it all the way to the hole.
Shakur. Stoudemire, baseline, reverse leg, doesn't go. Brandon Roy, and the pass, outlet pass, is recovered nicely by Conroy. He goes down and put it in. Bobby Jones. Jones playing with 4 fouls, has 6 points. And the Huskies have opened up a lead. 81-74 with 2:15 to go. And again, it's Arizona at Heck Edmondson Pavilion. Now championed by Bank of America. Make no mistake about it, it's the same building. Slightly changed the name, changed the seating around. It's the same floor here. It haunts Lute Olson.
Watch Nate give you some shoulders. You don't know which way he's coming, and consequently goes straight at the hole. And then you've got Conroy looking to Jones. Jones playing with 4 fouls. The reverse layup and in. Since the time that the lights went down in Seattle, Washington on a 6-0 run.
I thought you were going to break into the night Chicago dive.
No,
You're headed that way.
Hey, anybody who knows me knows I will not sing for any amount of money.
All right, let's reset it. 2:15 to go. The possession arrow points toward the Huskies. See the timeouts remaining. Arizona one Husky foul away from going to the line for the remainder of the night. Stoudemire working out at the point. Back to Iguodala. 15 on the play, and it is another Husky basketball.
Very dangerous play by Bobby Jones. He has 4 fouls, keeps his position, and draws the offensive foul with the push-off by Andre Iguodala. And Jones is pumped. He can feel it. He thinks it might be another Husky upset win over Arizona in this building.
Salim almost picked up a foul there. Speaking of fouls, Hassan Adams with 4. Channing Frye with 4. Now Andre Iguodala with 3.
Smart move now. They're using the clock.
They're going to make Arizona foul. Salim has fouls to give.
Working the clock and delivering the bucket. No one other than number 2, Nate, 5'9".
Points off turnovers. Look, this is where Washington is getting it done off the turnovers. 19 points so far tonight and a foul. Channing Frye needs to be very careful.
Hey. And Nate Robinson's like, hey, I don't care if you are a foot taller than me. I will come at you. Don't mess with me like that. Channing's being strong. Like Channing say, hey, what's it? Come on, get off of me. And Nate's like, you got a problem? No question. Those little guys get down low, Dave. They're like little gnats. You got a little strong, quick gnat like Nate Robinson. That'll really get underneath your fingernails.
Andre with these important free throws misses the first. (83-74). Incredible night here at Seattle. And Iguodala misses both free throws, and the Huskies get the ball out of bounds.
Lute Olson calls for a full-court press. Got to pick up the tempo. When you're down now with 1:24, it's time to elongate the game. Make the game longer. Go for the steal. If you don't get it, you've got to foul somebody and put them on the line.
They get the ball into Conroy. Well, I tell you what, Bob, you just simply tell people who are watching this game on satellites around the country. I know the folks in the Northwest and down in Arizona understand this, but Coach Romar's team came in at 2-5 in the conference, 7-8 overall. Arizona 13-3, 5-2, ranked 8th in the country. And we have seen an explosion by the Huskies in the last 4 minutes of the game clock. And Conroy puts another nail into the box. 10-point lead with 1:21 to go, and Arizona's going to have to get very busy. 11-point lead.
From the time the lights went out 10-0 run by Washington.
Stoudemire tried to go all the way, has the ball picked, and now the Huskies will have the ball. There's the alley-oop. There's your signature on it.
There is the two Garfield High School products. Conroy to Roy for the dunk.
Hassan Adams misses the layup. And Huskies basketball, they said it went off of Andre Iguodala.
Watch Conroy just serve it up on a platter and say, Brandon, go get it, just like we did in high school.
With 53 seconds to go in the game, the Washington Huskies, Bob, are on an 18-3 run. Well, who else could it be? Nate Robinson is our Casino the Sun player of the game with 27 points. Whoosh.
He flew through the air with the greatest of ease. Looks like he has a little mini trampoline on his feet where he can rise. Look how high he gets up on his jump shot, shooting the three. But this lob for the dunk was outrageous.
53 seconds to go. Shakur to the other end, recovered it somehow. He gets it in. That broke the drought. Arizona had scored for a while. Now at 46 seconds to go, Arizona trails by 12. And the Wildcats are going to take the timeout. And if you're Lute Olson, you just have to think disbelief comes to mind.
We talked about the fact that these are the two highest scoring teams in the Pac-10. Washington was averaging 80 points a game going into this. Now with 88 on the mark. And you see the standings that if this continues, it's going to help Washington move themselves up into this other area. Before the game, we talked to Lance Levetter, an actual Tucson kid that's the director of basketball operations for the Washington Huskies. And their concern was with so many teams lumped in here, remember, the two bottom teams do not make it into the Pac-10 tournament.
Right, they don't have the...
They want to make sure that they have a chance to get a tournament because they felt good about what they were doing. They felt good about the direction they were going in, but they never knew. Now, they were obviously concerned about this ball game right here, but they have put it together in the last 3 minutes.
Well, they put it together in the last couple of weeks, as we mentioned, with the 2 in a row. They had that remarkable comeback against Oregon State. They got Arizona State here on Saturday, the game that you'll see right here on Fox Sports Net. And in addition to that, they're playing 5 of their next 7. This is the first of 5 of 7 they're playing at home to start the turn of the Pac-10 season. This being the last weekend of the first round in the Pac-10.
Lorenzo Romar has to love what he sees. You see Nate kissing that left wrist before he gets his free throw off.
The Huskies have exceeded their scoring average.
Something about Arizona on Thursday nights, Pac-10 on the road, giving up 90 or more points. SC did it a couple weeks ago over in Los Angeles. Now the Huskies have done it also.
Iguodala off the screen sends a three-pointer in. It's an 11-point game. Stranger things have happened. Arizona needs to make things happen in a hurry. Andre Iguodala with the foul. That is his 4th. And that will be the 10th team foul on Arizona. So the Huskies will get a pair every time.
Foul situation for Arizona. You have Adams with 4, Iguodala with 4, Fry with 4. You got Rogers with 2 and Stoudemire with 3. There's the two guys that need to be delivering the foul to stop the clock. Rogers and Stoudemire, because they are not or would not foul out with their next foul. Lorenzo Romar just pulls his team off the line. Say, no reason to be up there for a rebound. Everybody just get back, keep pressure, don't foul anybody.
Yeah, well,
Channing with a 3.
That's the 2nd of the year, and that's his first miss. Iguodala with the putback. You know, Will Conroy just made those 2 free throws, has quietly been going about his business. He's got 17 points tonight for the Huskies. So the 3 guards that we talked about prior to the start of the game tonight have been just filling it up all night long. Brandon Roy with 14. Will Conroy has 17, and of course Nate Robinson with 29.
Trying to get to the 30 mark.
And of course Arizona tonight, when they score 80 or better, they're a pretty good bet. This is only the 13th loss since back in 1997-98 season when they've scored 80 or better and have not prevailed. 24 seconds to go. Nate Robinson is going to get a chance to take a bow.
.13 margin. Watch the clock tick down.
I've got nothing on it. Well, we're going to see quite a bit of this in the final moments. $8,500 plus here tonight. They're about to erupt. They're 18.7 seconds of clock time from erupting. And the scoring continues. Conroy. He makes it to 19 points. Incredibly, a 96-83 game. Shakur. Pick it out. They need three. Stoudemire, big three-pointer, doesn't fall. Roy's got the basketball, and that should be about it. Conroy is just going to savor the moment with the basketball in front of his bench. Game done. The Washington Huskies come up with their first victory of a top 10 team since 1999, and guess who it was? That will do it from Seattle. Once again, the final score, Washington 96, Arizona 83. For Bob Elliott and our entire Fox Sports Net crew, I'm Dave Sitton saying so long from the University of Washington. Watch them celebrate. The Huskies beat the Cats. Good night, everybody.